Let's face it, when it comes to buying an electric car dealers, at least traditional ones that aren't involved with Tesla showrooms, and Tesla owns its own showrooms, are not particularly good at giving you the facts you need. They either are not interested in selling you an electric car because they'd rather sell you a petrol one, or they really don't know what they're talking about and, well, make it up as they go along. The result? A whole lot of bovine byproduct being spread liberally around car buying markets about electric vehicles. And that results in people not actually buying the cars that might be the best ones for them. But what if you could take all of the electric cars on the market today and put all of the information on them in one place, and then put that place in a central location, like the middle of Portland, Oregon? Which is exactly why this showroom exists. Go forth. There are no pushy salespeople, nobody working on commission, and no alliances to any particular automaker or brand. No, this is Portland, Oregon's first, and only for now, electric vehicle showroom where you can come and find out about electric vehicles, no pressure. It's great.
There were a couple of reasons why we wanted to open this showroom you see behind you. Part of it was that we just felt somebody needed to take responsibility for selling electric and advanced mobility as a category. Not just one car, not just one mobility option, but really this whole suite of new mobility options in a brand neutral kind of a way. The second was we wanted to make it easier for individual car dealers, individual automakers to sell their electric vehicles. Lots has been written about how much more difficult it is, how much more time it takes to explain electric vehicles to people. And it's easy to beat up on dealers for not doing that better. But we thought a different approach would be to try and make it easier, do some of that work for them, and then deliver an educated customer who knows what they want to the dealership to close the sale.
So my name is Henkin. I'm the program director for Fourth, and this is my project. This is the Northwest EV Showcase project, and this is the Go Forth Electric Showcase here in downtown Portland on First and Taylor. We're at this right near this chasm of getting more people driving electric, and there's a need in between the dealership model and the first adopter nerds that really took on these cars, including myself, to have an objective resource to talk about EV and educate people. So really, we need a whole different group of folks to consider these cars that aren't really thinking about EV right now. We want to answer those questions, get them thinking about it.
The vision that Forth had when they decided to build this retail space down here was exciting from our standpoint, because one of the things that getting beyond the early adopters, getting other people behind the wheel of an EV is getting past some of the things like perceived range anxiety and the ease of use and, how do I actually charge my car? So this is an opportunity to kind of bridge that gap and get some of the people to jump across the chasm from, gee, I'd like to do something environmentally, to actually getting out and doing something. The Oregon Auto Dealers Association and the Metro Portland New Car Dealers have worked closely in helping to try and get funding to make this happen. Again, we think it's part of what is Oregon and where we want to go. Thrilled to be part of this opening day. And again, Jeff, congratulations on your new space here. We look forward to working with you in the continued efforts to try and push the agenda.
I'm Matt Teske with Teske Design. And most people within the EV industry know of me probably from the Chevy Jolt idea that I unleashed to the world about a year ago. And my intent with that was to showcase that there are a variety of ways that manufacturers can create a compelling electric vehicle. That's ranging from design to the actual range of the car to fast charging and infrastructure. And there's been a lot of movement, obviously, both before and after, showing that there's traction to make that conversation better. The area of that needs the most improvement is simplifying the conversation for consumers. And I think what this provides is an avenue for people to get the information more easily. And you now have experts that have an inviting space that is modernized, that it's simplified. It has the basics right there. You can use a touchscreen. You can, again, meet your EV match. I mean, those types of details are what are going to make this successful. And I think it's a proving grounds for what the rest of the world can do. I think it provides a conversation that isn't tainted from that preconceived idea that this isn't going to go how I want. I think Fourth is that window into the conversation that with dealerships, they can utilize what Fourth provides, and consumers can then walk into a situation more educated, as can dealers. And I think that's drawing that parallel across the board, that everybody's on the same page from a communications perspective. Dealers have an expectation for what consumers have walking in. Fourth now provides that with the EV Showcase. It's an area for education, not for just the consumers, but also for dealers, which I think is very smart.
Pacific Power, serves the northeast port of Portland. We're really proud to be part of this initiative here. But as Jeff mentioned, while the origination of the trip may start in Portland, the destination's probably somewhere in our service territory, whether that's Cannon Beach or the Rogue Valley, Pendleton for the Roundup, Hood River, all the other wonderful places in Oregon that benefit from transforming our transportation sector are going to be a part of this. So it may start here with a storefront, but it's definitely a wave that's moving outward to all corners of the state. And we're so proud to work with you and be a part of that.
It takes a whole suite of incentives and supporting programs, and you need to do everything. The problem has really been that we haven't been able to muster the political will to create a rebate or incentive. We're working very hard actually right now in the Oregon legislature to try and secure a rebate for electric vehicles. And I think that would really drive us to keep us out in front as one of the top electric vehicle markets. But we've been really lucky that, I think we do have a market in Oregon and in the Northwest where people are very interested in new technology, they're very interested in green technology, they're very open to new ideas. And because we haven't had the resources of a California or a Norway, it has forced us to be more nimble and find cheaper ways to try and drive increased sales. And so far, it's worked pretty well.
We are not selling anything here. We do have a lot of technologies like these charging stations, cars that you can test drive and rent, but we don't have anything that we're selling. And we're not getting kickbacks from dealers either. I think the relationship really is as such that we want to sell more cars and we want to adaptively manage how this program is going to go forth, because in the next 6 months, we're going to learn a lot and we need to improve continually. So we have a lot of other resources and programs that I think layer on well with this work, because, for instance, workplace charging, that can be a pain point for a lot of people, in particular those that don't have charging available at their home. And so can we work with your employer? Can we work with your city? What else can we do to help make EV ownership easier?